Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about hot sauce. So these are some of my favorite hot sauce this year and all time, which is this year. So we're gonna talk a little bit about some of the sauces that I've been trying and also some that I made and some of the special ingredients that I've added to the hot sauce as like a test batch to see how good they are, and they actually turned out really well. So you're probably wondering what the heck is this bourbon bottle doing here? And this is a very special bourbon. If you're into bourbon, you would know that the Weller is one of the most sought after brand, especially one of the 107 here. They're very rare, I would say, nowadays. They're very hard to get. It took me a while to find another bottle of this. I've had some in the past which were really easy to get, but these days, I mean, those things you hardly see them anymore because they're that rare because people keep buying them up. So anyway, enough about bourbon. So my most recent batch of hot sauce, let me show you. This here. These are the ones that I made here, and these are my bourbon hot sauce. So it's a very, very special release that I made just for me and my families and some friends. And what I used in here is some Sriracha Hornets and a few of my Peach Darkest. And then, you know, the usual, you have garlic, sugar, salt, and vinegar. And so and then recently I've added bourbon to my sauce, and man, it is amazing. You guys, if you haven't tried bourbon with your hot sauce, if you're over 21, try it out. It smells amazing. It just changes the texture, not the texture, but the character of the sauce. And the way it smells and everything like that is just totally different. You can just sniff it all day. So I love hot sauce, and I use hot sauce on almost everything. And if you are into hot sauce, you would know about Sriracha. This is a must-have for my house. We always have about 2 bottles. I mean, these things, they last forever. So last forever as in like you can leave them outside for like weeks and weeks and they're fine. They don't last forever because we eat so much of this, and you know, every week or so, and like we have to buy a new bottle. So I always buy the biggest bottle because we use it so much. And if you have not tried Sriracha, you're missing out. This thing here is amazing. There's a really good story behind the man that created this sauce. It's a beautiful story. You should, if you can check it out, check it out. I highly recommend it. But this is a staple, as I mentioned. So always a must-have. And my hot sauce is always a must-have because I make them anytime I run out. And I freeze my peppers, so I have hot sauce all year long. So if you grow a lot of peppers, freeze them so that in the wintertime, when you don't have any peppers that are fresh to make anything, then you can use your frozen pepper. They would taste exactly the same because I pick them, wash them up, freeze them, so they're still pretty nice and fresh. And when you freeze them that way, they'll retain the texture for hot sauce. But you can't unfreeze them and eat them raw. They're just not good anymore. So they're really soft then. So anyway, those are the 2 that are always around in my house. And then I'm very fortunate to have hot sauce sent to me by people who just want to, you know, share or want you to taste it and try it and give them feedback. So because I'm part of the pepper lovers community, I get some of these stuff exchanged all the time. So if you guys want to be in on this, join the pepper lovers community, become friends with these members, and they will send you stuff back and forth, and then of course you'll do the same. They're very, very caring and sharing a group of people. So I get to try some of the best hot sauce, guys. I'm telling you, these things are not found on the shelves in the store, but they are way better because of the different type of sauces that they make, and these are all homemade. So they use the ingredients that are grown in the backyard, the freshest and the best ingredients, and because they're handmade, they use more quality material. So I mean, they use a ton of hot sauce instead of like just a few. So you only get like a slight hint of the peppers, and the rest is just vinegar and fillers and all that stuff. Okay, so homemade hot sauce, for me personally, is just my opinion, are the best. I've tried so many on the shelves, and I've tried so many that are made from people like me and other growers and stuff like that. The shelves, hot stuff that are manufactured cannot compare. I think many of you that tried it will agree. So recently, Batman sent me the Bat Mango. Man, this thing is really good. So Batman sent me stuff in the past before, and I've always really enjoyed the sauce that he sent. And this thing here has a very unique aroma. It says mango, but I detect more of a smokiness sauce. It's just a beautiful aroma. It's almost like when I smell this, I want to eat barbecue. So my rules for hot sauce is it could be hot, but it has to be flavorful. So it has to have flavor, and it has to smell good. I don't like that garlic. I mean, sorry, not the garlic, but the vinegar fume. Any sauce that has too much vinegar I would not. I mean, that's probably not gonna be the sauce that I like. 'Cause I don't like hot sauce with, as soon as you open it, all you smell is vinegar. I want to smell something else. I want to smell what's in there. I want the garlic. I want, if you have a little fruit in there, I want it to smell a little fruity, a little sweet. Just different characteristics in there that I want to pick up. I like my sauce to be used on everything. Like I even eat these with my salad. I just put salad dressing and then hot sauce into it. So that's why I don't like the crazy full of vinegar saltiness smell. I want some texture. It has to have texture. So when you pour it out, it can't just be liquid. There's some sauce, and that is good for some things, just the liquid sauce. But I love the sauce that has texture, like nice consistency, where when you pour it out, you can see that it has legs. Like if you drink bourbon, you know what I'm talking about, it has legs. It kind of runs slowly, and that's what I like. So it has to smell nice. It has to have texture. It can't have too much vinegar, because I kind of stray away from the vinegar smell. It can be hot, medium, mild, or whatever, as long as it tastes good. So the rules are pretty simple. So another one that I picked up, and this one you can actually buy at Woody's. Woody is a stop when you go from Dallas to Houston. They're known for their beef jerky. If you live in Texas, you would know what Woody is. So Woody's has some amazing sauce, and I picked up these Hell's Habanero hot sauce, and yeah, it has everything I wanted. A nice texture, nice aroma, and not too much of the vinegar. So it's kind of smell kind of limey, kind of dark, earthy, and a little vinegar. There's a stronger vinegar in here than most of the other hot sauce, but it actually is really good. So I'm going to, forgot another one. This one here, actually this is an old bottle. I've already used it up and I reused the bottle. This is the guayaba from Puerto Rico, made by Jesus. And this is also one of my favorite. Jesus sent me these a few years ago when he made this, the peak guayaba hot sauce, peak Carib Gaya. So it is a very nice hot sauce, nice and sweet. It has this tropical smell to it. So I really enjoyed it on fish. So I think Jesus has a Facebook. I need to find it for you guys. And Batman has also, he's on the Pepper Lovers community. There's some other people. I just don't have the sauce that they sent right now because I ate them all. So I will try to find some of the links to the people that have made hot sauce, so you can go and check them out. And I highly recommend checking these guys out because these sauces are very special. So today we're going to try my bourbon sauce. I'll show you the texture close up, give you the taste and description, and we'll try the Batman one too. These things are super spicy. So mine is a heat level 10 out of 10. When I was writing the label, instead of hot sauce, I wrote heat sauce. so the name kind of stick. So the KhangStarr heat sauce. So this is the Batman mango. This is the Peak Carib Guayaba, but this is not that anymore. It's just a reused bottle. I'll show you the texture of the Sriracha as well, if you haven't seen it, and then the Woody's hot sauce. Okay, so we'll start with the lightest one, this one here. So I'll show you the texture of it. You see that beautiful texture there? So that is the kind of texture that I really like. See how thick that is? Beautiful, like ketchup. Okay, and next is the Woody's Held Habanero hot sauce. And this is also a pretty thick sauce as well. See that nice color there? Has a good texture and really nice color there. Good smell to it as well. Alright, next we have the Bat Mango. And I need to be careful to pour just a little bit of this because it is spicy. See that nice texture there, really good consistency, nice beautiful color. And last, my own hot sauce, heat level 10 out of 10, made with bourbon. And you see the beautiful color here. It's not completely red, but it has a yellowish tint to it. That is because I used some lemon starburst in there to like offset the color. If I use only the Sriracha Hornet, this thing would be like a blood red color. But if you want a lighter color, just add 2 or 3 yellow pods and you will have some beautiful color. That's my secret. And let's see what it looks like here. You see that nice color, nice texture. Very beautiful. All right, guys, let's go ahead and test it out. So I have the sauce in order so I can remember. The first is the Sriracha. So here it is, Sriracha. Pretty much a really good consistent texture. Every bottle you get is the same. That's the good thing about these hot sauce. They're very much like ketchup. So very nice and thick. And it doesn't have any bits and pieces in there. So the texture is really nice and fine. It smells hot. You know that this is there's garlic in there, lots of them, and very little vinegar, and I think it's fermented, so that's probably why it lasts a long time. And I'm sure you can read this online and find more about it. So the ingredients are garlic, chili, sugar, and all these other xanthan gum. Again, I think the gum is to make it a thicker color. So see, that's another reason why homemade is better. They don't have any of those crazy stuff in there. So let's try it. It's always a good sauce for me. You taste a little chili, garlic, very little vinegar, and you have salt in there. Yeah, so it's more of a salty kind of hot sauce. It doesn't taste sweet. I sometimes I like mine a little sweeter. So if there's some people add honey to that, so that makes it really, really nice. So this here is the Woody's Hell's Habanero. So there I can detect a lot more vinegar in here, and I think a lot of the times vinegars are added a lot because it can preserve the sauce much longer. Yeah, there's a lot of vinegar you can smell. Yep. See, water. See, that's another thing. I never add water to my hot sauce. So the water in there is just all natural from the peppers. So let's taste this. Much more vinegar. Nice smoky flavor. They call it Hell's Habanero. Has good heat, but it's nothing like hell. I mean, you guys know I cannot handle a lot of heat, and if I say it's not hot, it's not very hot. It's hot, but it's not hell's hot. But a lot more vinegar than the one than this one. Okay, next is Batman's. See, I really love the aroma on this. I think it's kind of smoky. I did not detect any mango. A little garlic in there. Little vinegar, not too much, but great, beautiful aroma. So this is gonna be much hotter. Sweeter too. Very nice balanced flavor. Initially, you get all the flavor. Nice saltiness, perfect level. Now the heat comes. So after you experience all the good flavor, and then the heat comes. So now it's hot. But the good thing with hot sauce is the heat comes and then it goes. So even though they use reapers or whatever like that, you eat it, it's hot, but it's not as hot as eating like the entire pod. That I can never do. Wow, that is hot. It's like hanging onto my throat right here. Guys, I'm sorry if this video is too long. But I want to give you guys a good description of these sauce so you can go out and try them. Okay, this is my bourbon heat sauce. Made with rare Weller. Wow, the aroma, guys. When I make my hot sauce, no water is added. It is everything natural. I use cane sugar, white vinegar. I guess I don't know if that's not considered natural. Kosher salt. Let's see what else. And then peppers. Sugar, salt. Yeah, that's it. The very simple ingredients. If you watch, I have hot sauce video that I've done before. check it out. I'll try to link you so you can make the same sauce that I make. And it actually took me a long time to build that specific ingredients that I share with you guys. But you can tweak it according to your liking. But it's the perfect blend of it makes a great hot sauce. I guarantee it. If you make it, you will like it. Okay, bourbon heat sauce. Yeah, you can smell a little bit of the bourbon. Very, very slight vinegar, which I really like. Garlic. I know exactly what's in here, so. Wow. From here, it almost like it start with salty, then a little more salty, and then about the same saltiness, and then sweet. So my sauce is much sweeter than all of these here because I do use sugar in there. And also the bell peppers brings up the sweetness a little bit. And it is hot. On top of Batman's sauce that is already hot in my mouth, I'm blowing heat right now. But the heat is manageable and it doesn't last long, as I mentioned. Oh, another thing that I do with my hot sauce is I remove all the seeds. I don't like that texture in there, so I take all of the seeds out, and then when I grind the peppers up together, it becomes this fine, beautiful texture that doesn't have any bits of seeds in there that's kind of rough, and they kind of like make you want to spit it out. So that's why remove the seeds part is important. But also, if you remove the seeds, try to leave the placenta because that part is where the heat come from. But for the bell pepper, remove all of that white stuff, the placenta and all that stuff, remove it all. But for some peppers, the placenta may be bitter. For those kind of pepper, take it out. For those some of them are sweet, so just leave it in. So you're gonna have to taste the peppers. So yeah, so I was very fortunate to have grown peppers over the years and have tried many different kind of peppers. So I know a little bit about what can combine with each other to give the sauce a better flavor. My mouth is salivating, guys, because the heat is like all over, and it's still hanging on all over my mouth and my throat right now. But it's manageable heat. But I've let our cousins and friends try the sauce, and they're like, man, this is hot. Some of them were crying. So yeah, that's it, guys. So that is my hot sauce video. I hope this is helpful for you. I highly recommend going out there and experiment on some of the homemade sauce as well as some of the store-made sauce, because some of them are very good. But as I mentioned, the ingredients cannot compare, because in the homemade sauce, you probably would not find water. You would not find like xanthan gum or some of these other acid that are in here. Let me see. I don't know. Let's potassium sorbate or any stuff in there like that. Acidic acid. You're not gonna find any of those in the homemade sauce. As well as some of the base ingredients like see, this one uses garlic powder. Homemade sauce use real garlic, and there is a huge difference. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this is helpful and you will give it a try, and check out the links so that you can find some of the sauces that people make. Also, join Pepper Lovers community. You will see sauce being traded or sold. There's a marketplace as well, and you guys should check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.